All right, we're live. Okay, I'm going to do a better job of starting this Instagram live this time compared to the last one. Clearly, I didn't know what I was doing. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. Now, I just got to find where Janelle's at. Here we go. All right, well, she's not here yet, but obviously, I'm super excited to be chatting with Janelle. Been laying low since I got out. It's been about a week now, and just been spending time with the family, obviously, and decompressing. To be honest, I haven't watched too much of the show. I've been keeping up here and there, a little bit of the feeds. I did watch, maybe 1.5 episodes. Spend more time kind of catching up with a lot of what's going on online, reading up on obviously what's happening on social media, and I can't thank you guys enough for the outpouring of support. It's really incredible. All right, Janelle, where are you? I'm sure she'll be here in a second. I did message her before I got on, so she said she was ready. All right, I'm gonna have to, oh, Janelle's on? Let me see. Why don't I see her? Oh, there she is. All right, we're adding.
I'm like, Case, I love you.
That's not Janelle!
Wait, okay, before you kick me out, I just want to say you're my favorite. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye. Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.
Wrong Janelle. All right, let's try this again. Man, I really need to get better at this. It's so sad. I just clicked on you, Janelle. It's not working. Shoot. Where are you? It's a lot of these like fake Janelle accounts. No, that's not. Is that you? Okay, let's see if this is her. Hopefully this is the right Janelle. It's crazy. Please be the right Janelle.
Hello.
Oh, it's the right Janelle. Okay.
What up, Kaysar?
Hey! We had a little bit of technical difficulty there trying to get you in
You
here.
sent it to my DMs and it was like some guy.
What?
Oh, it was really weird.
All right, it's working. Okay, I'm just happy I got you here finally.
We're here.
Oh, man. How are you?
I'm good. Just spent the day with the family. Typical Saturday. We went to brunch and I went car shopping.
Oh, nice. What are you, please tell me you're going to get a Tesla. Are you going to get a Tesla?
No. That's not good for the winter. You know, we've got snow here.
Oh, yeah. So you're probably looking at another SUV.
Yes, another SUV.
Yeah, nice. So, just so you know, there was mass confusion around timing because of your Instagram stories. It was so crazy.
It's so embarrassing.
I got so many messages. Can you explain, like, to everybody that you do know how to tell time and
time? I knew that I was going on at 8, and that's all I knew. And anything else was like, okay, like whatever, like 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever for you. Like, I don't know.
Okay, good. No, I just got a lot of questions from people around timing after you came on and said all sorts of stuff. It was really funny though. I was laughing hysterically.
It's hard for me to do your time because I don't know why.
So I was on right when I got back home, I went online to search for bunnies because you got me all into it.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what I'm doing, actually. Because I saw a picture of your bunny. Yours looks super luxurious.
Well,
And
yeah, he's obese.
yeah, he's like the size of a dog, a small
Yeah, he's
dog.
the size of a medium dog. But
What is this bunny? What am I supposed to be
There's a-
looking for exactly? I have no
well,
idea what I'm
there's
supposed to
a
be doing.
bunny rescue in California that I donate to, and there's also a bunny rescue in Minnesota that I donate to, and they always have rabbits that are looking for really great homes.
There's a bunny rescue? I've never even heard such a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good thing I didn't go online and buy one then. And am I going to get one as like nice as yours? It's like yours is a really nice looking bunny.
I mean, no rabbit will look as handsome as mine. Try.
Of course. What was I thinking? Stupid question. Just dumb. I'm just full of dumb questions right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So so what is is there a type of bunny I should be looking for? That was that was the
I have
confusion
a
part.
mini Rex. A mini Rex is like the softest bunny. It's like basically the Velveteen Rabbit. Their hair stands up.
Velveteen rabbit.
Like, yeah. The most beautiful rabbit, and mine is blue, which is like a charcoal gray.
Okay. Perfect. And I'm gonna potty train the rabbit
Yes.
in the cat litter.
In a litter box. Yeah.
In the litter box, right? No, with cat litter in it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, with kitty litter. Yeah. Not with kitty litter because they could eat it and get sick. When you get this bunny, just call me because there's so many rules. There's so much you have to learn. I don't want you to kill your stinking rabbit. You can't have cat. The rabbit will eat the
I didn't know
cat.
it's so complicated. Like growing up, you just get a
They're
damn bunny.
exotic
And that's it.
pets, Kaysar.
Yeah, I haven't had a pet in a long time. I need to kind of get. I don't know. I don't know how to take care of these things. I have to make time for them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. What else was that? Oh yeah. So how are you back to work now? Like what's going on? I tried to reach you a couple times. I called you the other day and I felt like you were like in a hurry because you were like working and with your business partner. So you got right back into things.
I'm always multitasking. I'm always doing a lot. So yeah, I went back to work like right away. I took, I think about 6 days off and then decided to just hit the ground running again, obviously.
Yeah.
So
You're just an enterprising young woman. Oh wait, hold on a second. What the hell? We were talking about the bunny. Can we see the bunny? Where the heck? Is it near you?
The bunny's in my room. There's too many cords in here, and so he can't come into the office because he'll chew them.
Oh, okay. No, of course not. No.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just we'll do a Instagram live with the bunny some other time.
Next time, I'll bring the bunny in here.
Okay. So, you had some questions. Oh, hold on a second.
I have questions from fans.
Oh, I have a question. You are such a freaking incredible person. People always ask me like, what do I think about you? Honestly, you are. I've always thought the world of you. You're amazing. You're because you know why? Because you're so dynamic. I think you have such a big personality. Like and I think people always make assumptions about you because you fill the room. But then what people don't like, they always forget like how big of a heart you have and how like I think there's like a really sensitive side to you that like a lot of people are easy to like they just miss completely. And I just want to say like I know you talked to me about the charity Give Kids the World.
Yes.
And I know how important it is. And you auctioned off your necklace.
Remember my necklace that I wore on the show?
I remember that necklace.
It's gone.
It was like 2 weeks ago. I remember that necklace.
I auctioned it off for charity.
I couldn't believe it. So there was some stuff floating around that was saying there's no way that you could have gotten that much money. It's got to be fake.
Yes.
Did you really get all of that money?
Yes.
You got $18,000.
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you did that.
Give 3 families of 5 a trip to Disney World and a trip to Florida, airfare, obviously their stay at the Give Kids the World Village. And for a whole week, 3 families for a whole week, that's a lot of money. And it's great because it's hard to raise money right now with COVID because we can't do our charity in Orlando every summer that we normally do. So this was a great way to get back.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did that. I can only imagine the impact that it's had. Like, I think a lot of people don't have any extra money lying around now to give to charity. And I think we forget that ultimately that has an impact on a lot of people who
Really does.
normally would get money that are not seeing any.
Still get sick, and I mean, there's still kids that are going to need, obviously, from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they're going to need to use Give Kids the World. So it's great.
Do you support any other causes? Or is this this is really your focus?
I do my bunnies. Like, I donate a ton of money to Bunny Rescue of Minnesota and then California.
Have you always been into bunnies? Because I don't remember. Is this a newer thing? Like, you used to be into small dogs.
I used to be into small dogs. And then I got a big dog, and I was like, God, I really miss my small dog. So I got a bunny, and I filled that need.
And you've been hooked ever since. And then you got the.
They're the little animals. They're so adorable, and they're easy to take care of. Yeah,
I saw and they clean themselves, right?
They're very clean animals.
Yeah, because I saw a picture I was imagining this other kind of bunny, kind of like the ones that like hop around in my backyard. But this is a really, I know I keep saying this, I can't get over it. It's a freaking good looking bunny. Like, it's he's
good looking rabbit. That's what I say all the time. I tell him that all the time. I say, you're a good looking rabbit, Blueberry.
It's a he, right? Blueberry. Yeah. So you support.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. So you support the bunnies. You support the children. It's two super important causes.
Yes.
And I honestly respect you a lot.
That's what I did for The Price is Right. I had to do that charity. It's Cycle for Survival. It's for cancer research. But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cancer is out of control right now. Yeah. There's so much. I feel like every day I like see something about cancer or hear someone getting cancer. So it's like a big, my father got diagnosed, and he's doing all right now, but like, it was crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, those are my charities. So if you
you inspired me. You inspired me. I think I'm going to auction off of the FBI hat that I wore while I told everyone.
That would get so much money. You should.
Well, I told everybody they sucked.
That's the original FBI from season 6, though. I bet you'd get a lot of money for that case.
I know. I still have that one. It's crazy. I think did I bring that into the All Stars 1? I can't remember now. I don't remember anything anymore.
You didn't bring the first All Star.
I didn't bring it.
That's the real All Star. You mean All Stars?
You mean the actual All Stars? Yeah.
So they want us to talk about Big Brother. They're getting antsy.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Do you have questions? Do you know what you want to talk about?
We can talk. We're not going to talk spoilers because not everyone watches the feeds.
Okay, but before we get started, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Super important. I just want to make sure that we send our condolences to Cody and his family, because that was super sad. That was hard to watch.
Yes.
And no matter what happens, it's really important that we're sensitive to these things. So I feel bad for his family. They're I know they're tightly knit too, so it's probably incredibly hard not to be there.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So let's talk about last week, the fight with Christmas and Davon, and what you thought. I mean, for me, I guess Christmas in the house, I didn't really know. I had seen her original seasons, and, people always called her a bitch, and she sucks, and she's mean, and, she was mean to, Jessica Graff, and I love Jessica, obviously. So, I was kind of, in the house, so Christmas was so nice. I was like, okay, Christmas is fine. But when I saw her last week, I don't like Christmas anymore, because she basically made them feel like shit, attacked them when they're on the block.
Yeah.
And there's kind of an unspoken rule in Big Brother. You don't go and win an HOH and attack. They have a right to be upset. Just like when you were on the block and I was on the block in season 6, when Jennifer put us on the block, it's okay for us to be upset because we're on the freaking block.
Right.
On the block, she's safe. Why is she doing this? You know what I mean?
I thought it was kind of weird that Christmas expected Bailey to she was Christmas started crying and saying she was expecting Bailey to console her. She's the one who put her up. It was kind of strange.
Really disgusting, and I'm not happy at all.
Yeah, so I think she did come off like a lot more calm this season when we were in the house, and so I was hoping that it was going to stay
She
that
came
way.
to us like that, but now she's shown her true colors, don't you think?
You know, I'll tell you, like, there's going to be tension in the house. It's inevitable, especially when things start to get really weird, and people start to get like in each other's faces. So I think like ultimately,
Sure.
I don't know, like people get hot. So I think there's like, I think being like older in the house, I think it kind of like makes us feel like, okay, we need to probably approach things a little differently. I'll tell you what I do have a problem with. Problem, can you guys see me? Is it clear?
It's cutting out.
What happened? Can you see me now?
I can hear you, but just keep going. You just keep talking.
Okay. I think the biggest issue I had, and like this is something that I didn't catch but I missed, like they were talking, like I forgot who was saying it, but they were saying, someone was saying in the house that Bailey stole your clothes.
Oh, I know. That was so
So
wrong.
like here's the thing. I can be like, you know what, people like have arguments and I hope that they like handle themselves well. I hope like they're not clapping in each other's faces and getting each other's faces and like
Yep.
getting crazy. Because honestly, like I think game's game. But like here's the thing. There's a lot of talk around like what's racist and what's microaggressions and what's outward racism and whatever, all that kind of stuff. And like people kind of don't know. Sometimes they'll like try, like you have different sides, but like that's kind of crazy that somebody is accusing her of stealing your clothing when she's telling
Really
people.
gross.
That really rubbed me the wrong way.
It
I
rubs me
have
the
a bigger
wrong way
problem with that.
too. Because why would she think that of them? Like, I love Davon and Bailey. Of course, I would give them anything they wanted from my closet.
Yes.
It's just rude.
Yeah, and that honestly, that I mean, like more than the confrontation between Bailey and Christmas, and as much as I didn't like to see that, and like I know they were sensitive to how they wanted to be perceived, like they don't want to be perceived as like the angry black women, which sucks because I understand it. Like I go in there and I'm like, I don't want to be perceived a certain way either. Like it's that the thing about like, hey, they stole her clothes for sure. That was blatant. Like that pissed me off. Like that amongst other things that like came up, that really rubbed me the wrong way.
It rubbed me the wrong way too. I felt horrible. I also didn't like her saying things like, "Oh, she's gonna cut me. She's gonna shoot me."
Did she say that she's gonna cut me, or she says I'm gonna get shot? What's that?
All the stuff she said about Bailey.
Yeah. Did she say that she's gonna cut her and she's gonna get like stabbed by her or something like that, or was it like, hey, people are gonna do it?
She was saying Bailey's gonna shoot her.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah. So the thing is, I think people respond, and I think this is kind of where there's like a ton of like back and forth about people are like, there's racism, there isn't racism, and then people getting really hot about all this stuff. The problem is some of this stuff is just like super sketchy, and you're like, people can very easily dodge it and say, no, I didn't say that. I meant like the fans are going to be upset with me. Yeah. And that's why I said it. And it didn't mean anything racist by it. People are being sensitive. And look, in many cases, people have an out. And I think the problem is like there are times where it's like super blatant and in your face. I think the whole like I think there's less of an out with the for sure she stole her clothes kind of line.
Yeah.
And that one really was hard to watch. But at the same time, I think people naturally just say stuff. And because I think it's been okay to be naturally mean, and you can get away with it to certain groups of people, and no one's gonna challenge it.
Right.
And so the idea of what is okay and what is no longer okay, like the sensitivity scale has shifted.
Yeah.
And I think society's like, no, you can't be mean to these people anymore because they're not in charge. It's like, it's not cool.
Yeah, it's wrong. It's absolutely horrible. A lot of it didn't make the show, as you know.
Yes.
But I saw it and I saw the clips and I was just like completely disgusted with the way Christmas acts. So I don't want to be friends with Christmas after this. In the house, I was like, I would totally have wine with her. She'd come to my girls' trip. But guess what? I've already planned my girls' trip for my wine thing that I'm doing. And all the girls, the BB alumni, they already got their invite, and Christmas didn't get one.
Who's invited to this thing? Who's invited?
It's just all the fun BB alumni girls.
Oh, you already have you have your little you have your squad, your BB squad.
Legends only, and it's just the best of the best. It's girls only, Kaysar. I would invite you.
I know, it's okay. Can you call me when this is happening?
I'm gonna call you from I've already got the house in Napa and everything. It's gonna be fabulous.
You're gonna be in Napa?
Yeah, we're doing our girls trip in Napa Valley.
That's gonna be close to. I mean, it's not that close, but it's in California. It's closer to than where you are. Okay.
Yeah, but still, like, it's a girls trip, you know.
Okay, you know there are fires up there right now, right?
We're not going till April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is this you normally do like a? Do you normally do like a?
I do a lot of girls trips, but I've never done a Big Brother alumni's girls trip. I would like to make this an annual event.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Brittany and Rachel, of course they're invited. Of course Jessica's invited. Of course Bailey and Devon are invited. Of course Jackie Ibarra. Of course, like all of my fun BB friends. Anyone that's fun is invited.
I think you're making a lot of people jealous right now.
It's going to be the best trip ever.
I think you're going to have to take a lot of pictures. I think the internet is probably going to break that day.
It'll be so fun. Yes. Okay, let's talk about Ian now.
Oh my God.
Monica's here. Hey, Monica. Hey, girl. Monica.
Hey, Monica.
In here. Okay, let's talk about Ian.
Yeah.
So, I've played twice with him.
Yeah, he adores you, by the way. I can see, like, when he talks about you, he, like, gets really emotional.
So, and here's the thing, because someone brought it up on Twitter, and I want to make sure everyone realizes this. So, day 2 of BB14, me, Kara, I think Danielle Murphy, and Brittany were all like, Ian's kind of weird, like, he's kind of awkward. And that was the week that Willie wanted to target Ian. So we were kind of saying that he was awkward, but we didn't know he had autism, and we didn't know any of that about Ian yet. So I think now that everyone knows Ian and knows that he is on the spectrum, especially his friend Nicole, who he does spend time with outside of the Big Brother house, for her to laugh like that is absolutely disgusting. Like, I was horrified, because if my friends ever did that to me, I would not consider them a friend.
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's I have a lot of thoughts on this. Yeah. So, like, this is a particularly sensitive topic for me, and it makes me really, really mad. Because, and so, look, I was reading some stuff online.
Hey, Kara. Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Hey. So I just, I saw some people like saying, well, he doesn't even have like a formal diagnosis and all this stuff. Listen, anyone that knows anything about autism, it comes in like, it's a spectrum. So it looks very different in different people. And a lot of people go undiagnosed. So it's important to be sensitive to these things. Ian is like, when I saw him, and this is just on season 14, like a couple of the episodes I watched. Yeah. I hadn't even seen anything online. I had watched it in Sequester. I didn't even know Ian was going to be on this show, to be honest. So yep. I was catching up on all the episodes in Sequester. I watched a few episodes of season 14. And right away, because I have read up a lot about autism, I knew he had it.
Oh, 100%.
Yes. But a lot of people don't. So, like, I will give them the benefit of the doubt, right? So there's that. So I want to make things clear. Just because someone hasn't had a formal diagnosis, you cannot say, well, he doesn't deserve all this attention in a positive way. And, he has said he has autism. It is clear he has autism. For someone to say that is just not okay.
And for someone to bash them, like what Memphis said is wrong. What Danny said is wrong, but for Nicole to giggle and laugh like she did, like literally holding her stomach because it hurts so bad from laughing is disgusting. Like
I
all of those
completely agree.
people.
I think people are, here's the thing, people are coming to certain people's defense and saying, hey, she just laughed, she wasn't starting it. Fine, I totally agree with that. But here's the reality. Even when I was in the house, people were saying, he's making me feel uncomfortable. Why is he rocking so much? And guess what? I could have very well sat there and said, I know, right?
But
It's
you
so
said
weird.
he has autism. Leave him alone.
I told him, I said, listen, you got to stop. Find a better way to not make people feel comfortable.
You
and
and
he
I
has
were
autism.
together and we both said that. That was when Memphis said that about him, right?
Yes.
Memphis, we were with Memphis and Memphis was like, he's so weird, da da da. And we're like, he has autism.
Yes.
And Memphis was like, oh, well, he's just freaking me out.
So people need to cool it. And I think it's just, that's not okay. And I think there's an appropriate way. Like we could have very well laughed and giggled at his expense and just because we don't want Memphis to be upset with us or targeted. But honestly, there comes a point where you have to draw a line. That's how I am. And you know why this is important? Because this is a reflection of how things go down in the real world. Like how many times do people say something that is absolutely out of line? And because you don't want to stick your neck on the line, you just giggle. And you go, oh yeah, seriously. Yeah, they are like that. Not okay. It's not okay.
It's not okay. Even if you are playing a game, it's still not okay because the game's different than treating people like humans, you know, and being a good person.
Right. I mean, look, we've all been in that situation, yourself included, where you're like, you're popping off, you're getting hot, you're saying all sorts of things. But I think there comes a time in which, like, you're like, hey, you know, there's certain things you just cannot touch.
Right.
And so I had extensive conversations with Ian about this topic, and I told him before I left the house, I said, never allow anyone to badmouth you, laugh at you.
No way. And I know you've said that to him all the time.
It's important, you know, and
he doesn't know about this though. Like everything that they were saying, the only ones that know that they're in trouble are the ones that did it because production told them.
Right. It was clear. That was very clear. I told Ian that he can call me anytime after this house. This game's over and he gets out of the house. And so I really meant that. Like the thing is, again, people have different, experiences with autism. I've never been diagnosed, but after reading about it, I have strong reasons to believe that I am on the spectrum as well. There's a number of things that, you know, you just don't know. Like when I came on BB6, like I was extremely introverted. I was afraid of my own shadow. I couldn't do a lot of things. And, you know, you don't pick up on a lot of social cues and you struggle with certain things because you actually take in the world very differently and you have different sensitivities. So like, that's why for me, like, you know, you have people who are like, you don't look like you have any of these things, but you overcome them and you adapt, right? Like, that's why. But so like, that's why it's like, for me, it particularly pisses me off when I see something like this.
It's been horrible. It's been a shitty, like 2 weeks. Well,
and look, I hope people are just a little bit more sensitive. Like every time you see that nerd who's different or, you know, they could be on the spectrum. Like, don't treat them bad. Don't beat them up. Don't bully them. Like, that's it. You know, that's it. What else you got?
So, okay. So I've got 3 questions here. One of the fans wants to know, before we did the show, what would have been our ultimate all-star cast? Who would we want to play with? New and old school. Like, who would we thought of? Like, been like, yes, I want to play Big Brother with this person. Okay, I have 5. My 5, you tell 5. I'm going to go first.
Okay, but they're probably going to overlap, so we'll see what happens. Okay, go ahead.
We can't say each other because that's our.
Oh, God.
Okay, Daniel Reyes, Dan Giesling, who else? Will, obviously. Boogie, why not? And why not? Put this up. Marcellus. He should have been the gay.
Marcellus. What a big personality, man.
He would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Super old school players. Very good at the game, all of them.
Yeah.
Those are all old school though. Like, I feel like as for new school, I would have preferred Haley over Christmas. Jessica Graff, but she's pregnant. Brittany, but she can't do it. So
Yeah.
The options are limited on the girls, but anyone but Christmas. Like Haley would have been good.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are all really good.
Okay, what about you now?
Okay. James Ryan, if he promised not to stab us in the back.
That would last a couple weeks.
James Ryan's good for first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a 3-weeker.
He's a 3-week alliance. You gotta watch it when you get midway. That's it.
Did you say Rachel? What about Rachel Riley? Did you mention?
Of course. Like,
oh, you mentioned her. Okay, you mentioned her, of course.
I'll pick two. I would want to play with Vanessa, and I want to play with Rachel and Jessica. All three of those. I've already played with Brittany. I should never do it again. But like Vanessa and Rachel and Jessica, Vanessa, whatever. Yeah. Those three would be amazing to have on. It would be incredible. They're strong enough. Like it wouldn't be the guys plowing through the house.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's really that's awesome. I love that you picked such like strong women because I think like you want to see them really just kind of, they have to be a lot more glued together. I hate seeing women turning against each other because there's always like one or two that feels a little not like they don't feel strong enough to feel like, hey, oh, I want to be the first one to go appease the men, so I'm going to go tell them so I don't look bad if they find out about this alliance. There's always that situation.
Yeah.
What about Danielle Reyes? No, Danielle Reyes? She did put me up.
That.
Oh, you did?
Okay. Person I said.
Okay. Okay, so for me, I definitely like the big gamers like Will, obviously Dan. Did you say Derek? Do you think?
I mean, after this season, do we really do Derek? I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. As a purist, I'd like to say Derek. As someone who feels like there's some sketchy stuff that took place, you know, I obviously don't want to see that, but whatever. So who else? I think, look, what
about Dick Donato?
I mean, you talk about, if you want to really just shake things up and like create create mayhem and chaos. Yeah, why not? Let's have Dick in there.
I think they should do a season of perhaps just old school players. That way we'll all suck together.
No one can. It's not about winning comps. It's just about like everything else.
Social gaming, going through with an alliance, voting blocks, like we got it.
And then Howie could be there to tell us the weather while we're in the house.
Howie would be great to have in the house. He's always a number for us, obviously.
Yeah, but he's also kind of like a 4-weeker because he'll put up someone in our alliance somewhere in the middle of the game.
Yeah. I wish Keisha could have stayed longer. I really wanted to play with Keisha.
I did too. I mean, like, well, it makes more sense. It makes sense now why Memphis didn't want to keep her. I was like, that was so confusing.
I know.
What about like here? You know, I didn't realize this one was like so controversial. Maybe I don't know if that's the right word, but like Paul, he just has such a great big personality. He's crushed it every time.
I would like to play with Paul. Honestly, he's a BB legend.
Yeah. I would love to play with Paul.
I really wanted to play with Josh too. I know that a lot of people don't like him. I feel like Josh and I would have gotten along.
You think so? I think he has a particular personality.
He's kind of like Howie.
Is he? I don't know. I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I see like, look at what people are saying. No, Paul. They don't like Paul.
They don't like. Oh, Jeff would be great too. On there,
I thought Jeff was going to be in the house this year.
Period.
Yeah. So I don't know. What's all the drama about Paul? Why is it because he played so much?
I don't know. He's a good player.
I never got that. I think he's freaking hysterical. I just don't understand. I guess I don't follow him so closely that I guess maybe he's just polarizing. I don't know. Okay.
People are like, no, Paul, no, Paul. Wouldn't you rather have like good players rather than
Yeah.
the people that are on the current?
Here's the problem I have with this season, right? Like this season,
players on season 22. Like
why?
Shitty.
Why? Okay, so here's the problem I have with the season. Like I feel like the season wasn't dynamic enough. Like everybody was just like hiding behind everyone else. And what the hell was it with like how many alliances can you have with the same people? It was so weird.
That's how like the new school people play though, Kaysar. We never had more than one alliance.
I know, like for us it was like, all right, I have my alliance, you remain loyal to them.
Yeah.
And then what you say to them is the truth, go figure. And then that's it.
A sub alliance, which is like they don't matter.
Like I saw, like at one point, Cody got so confused because he was losing track of how many alliances he was in.
Yeah, yeah. I've never had more than one alliance there. I've always just had like a sub alliance or side piece.
Yeah. Well, who else? Did we miss anyone else? I feel like there were some other like really incredible players.
I think we're the queen from season 2, Monica.
Monica, of course.
Yeah. She was great to have on a season of All Stars because she didn't get to remember season 7. She was on the stage. Come on.
Yeah.
And they didn't have her complete fun.
Yeah.
So that's
I remember that.
Okay, another question I have is people want to know about my meet and greet. I am doing a meet and greet for people that are living in the Minneapolis area, November 17th and 19th in Bloomington. If anyone
17th to 19th. Okay.
Yes. So I'll list it on my Instagram. I had one more question too.
Sure.
Kaysar, will you ever do Big Brother again?
Probably not, but I'll do. Here's my just general statement. I'm gonna do whatever you do.
Oh, I'm not coming back.
So okay, so
I've
whatever you do, I don't. What if you say, hey, we're gonna do a show about bunny rescues? I'm there. Whatever it is, I don't care what the subject matter is. I'm there.
That is so amazing. Okay, so we have to find a different show then, because I feel like we've done BB too many times.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know if we. What if they cut it down to 30 days?
I would do 30 days. Yeah, I would.
Okay. So we'll have to come back as celebrities.
Well, they could do it this winter. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know. I would not do the Amazing Weekend.
Why?
I already did it.
I mean, didn't Rachel Riley do it 3 times?
Big Brother is a better show. There's good lighting. You can have good makeup. You can have
That's what this is about?
pretty. I mean, there's nothing worse than running around the world looking like shit. Like, it was horrible. Like,
Okay, so you're telling me you won't do Amazing Race again because you can't get glammed up.
no. I hated it.
Okay.
My makeup was so minimal that it was a joke. I had to carry all of me and Brittany's beauty products and our flat iron. Girls to carry a flat iron in my backpack.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm a high maintenance woman.
Really? You don't say. I think they asked me about that in the DR, about how high maintenance you are.
Oh my gosh, I'm beyond.
Speaking of what you are, I don't know why I have to keep getting questions about you and your party affiliation. They're like, oh, Janelle's a Republican. First of all, who cares? Second of all, you clearly, I don't know if anyone was watching the feeds, you're a libertarian.
I'm a libertarian. They're so dumb. No, they're saying that I love Trump because Trump tweeted "God bless America" and I liked the tweet.
Oh my God, why did you do that?
Because he said "God bless America."
You know what's interesting? I think it's just like we always like not just the fans, but like everyone, for simplicity's sake, we always want to like project and like put people in the box because it makes it like really easy to understand.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just like people are always wrong. And I hate being placed in a category, right? Like, you know, what are you going to support and whose side are you on? And like it's always like this us versus them situation. Like who cares? Like I think we just need to be in a situation where it's like, can we have like real answers and real solutions, and can we get things done? Like,
and but here's the thing: what's wrong with tweeting "God bless America" and "I'm an American"? Like, I'm sorry. What kind of world do I live in?
What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
It's ridiculous, but whatever.
Oh, wait, hold on. People are saying that you said you love this. On one of your interviews, you said you love Survivor. You've been a fan of Survivor forever, and that you would do Survivor.
Okay, now I would do Survivor. I would absolutely do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair or my skin, but I'll figure it out.
Yeah, talk about looking like shit. You're gonna have bugs and spider webs in your hair.
That's a different look. That's like a beach look.
Oh, it's a beach look. You're gonna go for the beach look.
I'm gonna go for a beach look.
You know that's not that's not like a vacation kind of situation, right?
I know. I'm gonna bring that kimono, that little wrap that I had from the BB house. Can you imagine me wearing it?
You're like, hey guys, I'm here for Survivor.
European. Sorry.
When you're like oversized Gucci glasses.
Yes, my Gucci glasses.
they're gonna be so annoyed by you.
Yeah, I have to tell you to vote me out.
All right, so here's the thing. I want to do every show you're on from now on.
Okay.
But it's kind of a problem because.
But that'll make me a big target case.
I know, that's the problem. This is what I'm going to discuss with you. What's more important, being on the show with me, or being on the show and going further? Because you can definitely go further without me, because clearly the moment that we walk on to anything together, it's going to be a disaster.
I would say if I have to go sleep on bamboo and live in the jungle and get beaten up by bugs, I actually want a shot at winning. No offense. So I don't want anyone that unless there's other pairs from the same company.
I can't believe you said that. Oh my God. I thought you were going to say if you're going to be beaten up by bugs and sleeping on bamboo, that you want me there to help you get through it.
You know, I'm just going to complain. Here's the thing. If it's like a crossover thing or something with a network, like, oh, you know, like the Afghanimals from The Amazing Race and Rachel and Alyssa, the Riley sisters, and there's like other pairs, then yes.
Okay. All right. You redeemed yourself. Fine. You kind of hurt my feelings there for a second.
If it's pairs, then come. If it's not, then no.
Can we just call it out for this? Like this season, the fact that there was no other target with no other pairs was complete bullshit. That was some bullshit right there.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was. I can't believe that we got put into that situation. Not fair.
Be like that, you know that, because Josh and Casey got COVID.
For sure.
100%.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there must have been. I think there was probably a different lineup this year because the matchup, the kind of the
Memphis and Keisha were alternates to Josh and Casey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about that on the feeds, and they told me that.
What if we went on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I can't dance, Kaysar. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about that. I'm not the best dancer. I dance a little, but not like the skilled dancer or anything.
I thought maybe you picked up some moves from, you're going to these dance classes 7 days a week with your daughters.
Cheerleading.
Oh yeah, because they did dance for a bit. They didn't really like that. They went back to cheerleading.
They're cheerleaders. Yep.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, man.
Those are 3 questions that I have. We only have 15 more minutes because the lives only go for 1 hour, Kaysar.
Oh, I thought you can go forever. That
No,
sucks.
we have 15 more minutes. Okay. Any more questions? No Dancing with the Stars.
No Dancing with the Stars. Okay, fine. You had a question for me the other day when we were talking.
What was it?
You asked me what I thought about why people enjoyed watching us on TV so much. What was it about that made it so interesting?
I think they think our friendship is unique, and it is.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I think so too. I think it's pretty special. Here's the thing. This is what I realized after being on the show the first time. That like the camera picks up on a lot of things, that like a lot of honesty and a lot of special things that you normally would not pick up on because it's just like really focused. And I think it picked up on like the fact that you and I have such a unique friendship. Like I think it's really special. And I forgot about what it felt like after all of these years, and then having seen you in the house this year was pretty awesome. And I was just like,
yeah,
I appreciated it a lot more than I expected to, actually.
Me too. It was like at the first like hour that I saw you, I was like, oh no, I have to stay away from him. I don't want anyone to think that I'm.
By the way, you were so awkward. I was like trying to like. Oh my god! You are the worst actress in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, so what's going? Hey, you. What are you doing here?
I was like, oh hey, I haven't seen you in 14 years, and then I just like walked away. So embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. I had to like corner you and go, yo, this is not working. We have
I know,
to come
you're
up.
like, you're being standoffish, Janelle. And I'm like, I know. I have to be. I don't want them to think that we're together.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. You're not good at that. Oh man.
How long did that last though?
2 days max? 1 day?
We played for the safety suite the next day.
Okay, yeah, okay, 1 day.
It lasted 1 day. It was really
so
weird.
Basically, it was that
so
day.
Bad.
It was the one.
No, I know what it was. Okay, the first, and I don't remember, the day one, like Nicole A and I were in that love room, and then you were like, hey guys, can I come in? I'm like, yes, please come in.
Well, I knew it was gonna be screwed. The moment I like was I came into the house, I was like, you know what? I don't know where I'm gonna sleep. So I saw one empty bed. I was like, I better put my bag down before someone takes this. I put it down. I look over. I'm like, great, you're in this room. Forget it. And I was like in the room with like the most feminine room with like all the girls, and all you guys wanted to talk about was like. It was like girl pillow talk, and I'm like, oh my god, what are we talking about today?
Nicole was apparently offended. Did you know this? One of the fans sent some clips. Remember the night that we had our slumber party and I talked to Nicole about her showmances? She thought that I was picking on her and setting her up and teasing her and terrorizing her.
You're so mean.
She went and cried about it. You were there. She left the room. I remember her leaving the room. She's like, I need to get something. And we're like, okay. And I was like waiting for melatonin, and she went and cried to Christmas.
Oh my god.
And she was like, Janelle's terrorizing me. I want her gone.
I realized, you know what? I think so. I haven't watched anything back yet. So I heard like they were talking a lot about us. They talk a lot about us. Every chance they could get. They wanted to talk about us, about like what we said and what we're doing, and it was kind of flattering actually. But they were like, apparently they were like offended about everything. Like I told Christmas that I hadn't watched her season, and I hadn't watched Memphis' season, so I hadn't watched Dan play, with Memphis. So I told Keisha the same thing, but like apparently Christmas told someone, she's like, how like dare he not have watched my season? Like, what the hell? Why are people so upset about everything?
I know.
Every little thing like was like difficult for them.
Off. It's ridiculous. I was
Yeah.
trying to be nice to Nicole. I wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. You know, like I was just asking about her past experiences. Whatever.
Yeah.
I talked a little bit with her about it on The Amazing Race, and she told me.
I can understand people be sensitive to certain things because
I wasn't sensitive on The Amazing Race when she talked about it.
I know. So I guess my point was people would be sensitive to like their personal lives being aired, especially on a show like Big Brother because it's 24/7. But considering, I think a lot of the stuff unfolded.
Oh, that's the thing. You can't hide anything from them. They already know what
I know. So that's my point with Nicole. Like all of this happened on TV already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole F. I'm very surprised with her. Especially when I was trying to be nice to her and she was so rude. And I was like, screw this kid.
You know, I spoke to James Ryan first day or two. First day, I think he told me. He's like, I didn't even think of it this way, to be honest, at first. But like when he was like, you know, they all kind of conspired against us before they even went in the house.
Of course.
And they had basically they had already set out to wanting to get us out from beginning.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, because they wanted to be bigger Instagram influencers than us, or more popular than us, or the biggest queen in the house, or whatever. It's just unfortunate. Like, play the damn game. Like, go in there with some integrity, and let's have a good matchup. That's like this equivalent of like doping before the Olympics to try to get the edge. Like, give me a break.
I know. Their whole pre-alliance, whatever. It's so stupid. It's dumb because Danny, she's like the only person that I talked to that I knew that was going back in the house. Because even like you, I didn't know for sure. I was like, whatever. But Danielle Donato told me she was going back in. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll watch out for you. You watch out for me. But I think her and another, like, Dan called me and asked me if I was doing it. That just hurt me because I think he took that information to Derek, obviously. Because I wasn't a part of any alliance. So, whatever.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But you know what? Here's the good news. Everybody loves you.
Oh, thanks, Case. Everyone loves you too. It's better to be loved and lose than hated and win, right?
Any day. I'll take that any day, honestly. And
we're winning at life.
We're winning at life. Woo! You know, and that's fine. Listen, we get to be out of the house. Look at the chaos that happened after I basically told everyone they sucked and out of their life.
It was so great. I love the part where you said, we can play All-Stars or we can have a reunion. I love that because that's what it literally felt like a reunion to me too without All-Stars. I was like, what is this show? It feels like
so
a reunion
stupid,
show.
Honestly. It was
but
so
where
dumb.
no one wants to play or do anything
these people just came to play pool and have like Taco Tuesday. Like, give me a break.
It's like, dude, make a move that betters your game. Do something.
I know.
Please.
It was so infuriating. But look, I'm happy. I'm happy the way that things turned out for us. I think we went.
It worked out perfectly for us because we got our guarantee and weren't there long. So, like everyone else, they're not making shit.
So they're stuck in that house and they're
not making any money.
Look, so. I'll tell you. I'm glad. Like, if it was going to be the way it is now, where it's like chaos and no loyalty across the board, and then we have to like fight for our lives week in and week out, and not know who's lying to us, and then just get stuck in sequester.
Yeah, screw that. I would never want to be in sequester.
No, thanks.
I would never want to be stuck in jury where you can't even talk to people and all you do is get to eat and watch movies.
No, thanks.
I did that for 2 weeks before I went into BB 22. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fans want us to give them our picks on the final two or who we think is going to win.
Ooh. Who do we think is going to win, or do we want to win?
I want Davon or Ian to win, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, I want Davon or Ian to win too.
I think that Cody, Enzo, or Memphis will win the season.
Cody,
A girl will not win.
Really?
There's no way. They have no shot.
Cody, Enzo, or Memphis. I think Enzo has a really strong shot because he's just buried and he's like a strong social player. I think Memphis is kind of like did a good job of getting forgotten. So like everybody else is like stirring up drama.
Yeah.
I think Tyler could win because he's skilled at like getting out of
There's no way. He doesn't have enough support in the house, and he's a big target.
Yeah, that's true.
He has no shot at winning. And I hope that he does win, but I don't think he will.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think
hope, out of those three though, Cody, Memphis, or Enzo, I hope Enzo wins it. Just because he's like a single dad, you know, he sells whatever he sells, crayons and all that shit. He needs the money, you know.
Crayons.
So I
hope he never has
have
to
a
sell
good
crayons
life.
again.
That's who I would want to win the money is Enzo. That's who I would vote for if it were between like Memphis or Cody or whatever. I'd probably vote Enzo.
Yeah, I think out of the three that you mentioned, of those guys, I think Enzo. But I prefer hopefully, Ian or Davon.
There's no way they're going to make it to final two.
I know it doesn't look good.
We have 3 more minutes until it shuts off. Closing statements on your part. What do you think, Kaysar?
I think it was really awesome playing with you, and I can't thank you enough. You made my dreams come true because I was like, you know what?
Thank you.
I want to go back, and the only way I would go back is if you're in that house. And unfortunately, we got freaking run down and chased out of that house. But
we could do like a duo list one day. But I think I have nothing else to prove. I mean, I've done the show 4 times. Like, I feel really good about it, honestly. I've shown what kind of player I am. That's it. I have nothing else to prove.
Look,
seriously.
I totally agree. And, you know, even for myself, who's never made it to jury, who you would think has a lot to prove, I didn't come in with like a chip or feel like I had to prove anything. I came in with one mission in mind, with everything that's going on in this world. Let's all try to figure out how to use this platform to make a difference. And I feel like that I came out feeling really great about myself. So all in all, we're non sequester. It sounds like the fans love us and we love them, and I'm feeling really great about it. And if something else comes up,
about it too.
Let me know if you change your mind about Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my gosh, Kaysar would be horrible. No way.
So we could wear some like ruffles and like have like really shiny like
there's no way
and
I'm doing that. There's no way. I would do a real estate show. That's it. That's the only thing I would do is real estate.
If you do the real estate show, I'll fly out every so often to Minnesota.
You can buy a house from me, Kaysar, and we can have a little show on it.
You can't do a whole show about me buying a house from you.
Kaysar moving to Minnesota.
I do want a lake house in Minnesota, so maybe we can talk about that.
You do.
I'm down. Let's do it. Okay. Just so this doesn't cut off, thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
Try to do another one in like a few weeks, and we can talk more about the current season. Hopefully, it starts to get way more interesting than it is.
Or we can just talk about our lives, and that's way more interesting than what's going on.
I'm a very boring person, though, so I don't think I'm that exciting. But
lies.
All right, do you know how to save this so everyone can watch it?
Yes, I do. God,
how do I do it?
No, I'll do it and I'll send it to you. Or no, I'll do it. I'll post it and then you repost it.
What is this little swirly thing in the bottom right-hand corner?
What's the swirly thing? Oh no, you're gonna flip the camera the other way.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that.
You're really showing your age.
I know. Okay, we'll just save it, I guess.
I'll save it. I'm gonna save it right now.
Okay, cool.
All right, bye, Janelle.
Right.
Let's do this again soon. Bye.